Okay, so today we'll go to chapter 7. We're moving on to a different topic, which is virtual machines and clouds. So today we'll be talking about virtualization. First, the question is, why do we need virtualization and cloud computing at all?
To share information to reduce costs.
Well, we can share information without virtual machines. Right?
To allow software updates and development to be continuous and more fluid, which allows products that are produced by software firms to be more up to date and wider used.
Okay, very good. So one of the reasons is why do we need virtualization? One of the reasons is for software developers. So if we have a new software or a new system or a new idea that we would like to test, we might need virtual environments for that. So trying new software and new ideas. Any other reasons you can think of why people use virtual machines?
So they don't lose data?
So they don't lose data? Okay, so security is involved here. Why? Because what if we have a big company that has to run multiple servers? So let's think about this scenario. We have some huge company that needs to run a web server, a file transfer server for uploading and downloading files, and let's say they also need to run an email server. So if all of these are running on the same machine, do we have a security risk? So if, let's say, we have a hacker or we have somebody compromised one of the servers, and just that server is no longer working. Let's say the web server doesn't work anymore. If all of these are on the same machine, then automatically the rest of the servers are also affected because they are running on a compromised machine. So if we have each one of those running in a separate machine, then the security risk would not exist, right? If one of the machines was compromised, let's say the web server got compromised, then if these are all in separate machines, then that machine is no longer useful, but the rest of them would still be running. Now, if we have to implement this with physical machines, then to spend money for hardware, right? And possibly for electricity, because imagine if this is a huge company like Amazon or Google or Microsoft or somebody else. If each one of these things is running on its own physical machine, then in effect we have what's called a multi-computer. But that's expensive. Imagine all the hardware and all the electricity that increases the cost. So if we have these virtual machines, we could utilize the same hardware and run each one of these servers in its own machine, so that when one gets compromised, the rest are not affected, but they are sharing the hardware. In this way, we would avoid the costs. It will be more cost-effective solution for us. So we have listed 3 reasons here. The first one was testing and trying out new software. Second one is security, and then the cost of hardware equipment. Can you think of any other reasons we need this? These are pretty good reasons. Other reasons is that if these servers are running in a virtual machine, then it's easier to migrate virtual machines than it is actual physical machines. So if we want to do load balancing, for example, because the load is too heavy and we want to back up our systems, and if we have, for example, if one of the servers failed, we will have another one pick up, then it's much easier to do that using virtual machines. Another popular application of these virtual machines is cloud computing. So the idea of cloud computing is not new. It has existed for some time, but it has recently picked up popularity. So why would we want to do cloud computing? Anyone?
More specialized, like hardware can do things for people, like there's like heavy processing they can have, like rather than having like a kind of good computer at their home, they can have like a super specialized computer do it somewhere else and then send it to them. I don't know. So maybe more specialization of hardware.
Okay, excellent. So we have more specialization. So what we can do is we can outsource our computation or storage needs to a specialized company, data center, which has experts that would manage the computation and the storage for us. Now, it's going to cost us something to do that, but it will cost us a lot less than if we're a huge company. It will cost us a lot less to have somebody else manage it for us than creating this multi-computer, spending money on hardware and electricity and professionals that have to install, backup, and maintain these servers for us. So we can outsource the installation, management, backups, storage, and the actual computation to another party or third party that is an expert and that has these data centers existing already. One of the concerns here is, and of course they utilize these virtual machines and give a piece of the pie to everybody. So when they do these virtual machines, in clouds, it's even possible to have two competitor companies be hosted on the same computer. So what is the, I guess, most obvious issue with cloud computing then? If we are a company that considers considering cloud computing for our production servers, is there any concern that we would?
Security.
Okay. Security is one. Yeah, another issue is, what about privacy? I mean, we are effectively putting our data in the hands of a third party, right? What do we have confidential data, or we have competitive advantage data, or something else that is important to us. We are effectively hosting our stuff on somebody else's computers, right? So there is a privacy concern there, but that has not proved to be much of a very big issue, because cloud computing has been picking up recent popularity, and it has been growing in recent years.